Hello and welcome to the video. Before we get started, if you'd like to provide input on future content and get our weekly newsletter, click on our survey. The link will be below. We also have a report on Ethereum 2, along with a bonus report on why you should learn Solidity now. Again, the link will be below. Now on to the video, and thank you. Okay, so tonight I want to bring you the next step, which is kind of exciting. We are going to deploy a contract. So, what I ended up doing, let me show you this. Where did it go? Here we go. So, what we did is we were able to, let's see. We were able to do an initialization. And now what I want to do is publish a contract. So what we did is this is the code for publishing a contract. Now I didn't have this code. So I said, well, why don't I just use the code I already did? And what we're going to do is basically publish it, verify it was published, and call mine, which is going to get the next block. And not sure we're going to go on to transferring tokens and do some more sophisticated things in the coming days. But this even, couple of things here. First of all, I don't know what this is apparently a, is a node module. Because when I tried to replace this with my init script, the one that we used, it didn't like it. So I had to change that to simply get that. Simply do something similar here, except because I'm using stringify here, I left out toString here. And remember, this makes sense because this is JavaScript. This here is JSON. So that's why I didn't do the toString here, but I will show you that in a second. And create the contract. You get the contract address back when you create the contract. And then mine is going to pull up the block. So let's have a look at what I did. This is in TypeScript, of course. So, I had to import from SmartWeave, create contract, read contract, interact. So this is going to let me do more in the coming, as we enhance this some more. So, FS and require FS. This is the file system. And what I did is I just had it read the JSON, read hello world, and again, they were right in my file system, and creates the contract, passes Arweave, and it passed Testweave root. That's, I think, the root of the whole blockchain. The test blockchain, that is, the contract source, which would be this, your JavaScript here, and then the initial state and stringify it. So I had to create the result, I had to print out the result, and then I called mine, and then I called done. So let's quit here, and we're going to run this thing. npm run start. and you can see you get a contract ID. Now, the reason I think that they use this is because they're gonna do some interactions. Let's see. Let's see what they're gonna do. Oh, this is gonna read C and get the transaction, the contract. So we may have to change this to actually do a bit more. So that is what we are going to do. And when you read the contract, so then you could use that to interact with it. Let me show you. And this is what we're going to be doing. Now, I may change this around because obviously they're using a different basis as a contract. But let's see where the before transaction, and they have to do it. You need a wallet and interact right, and they put in the contract in, and they're passing transfer, generated address, quantity of 500, and that is the JSON with the initial, or the instructions rather, probably. And then you have the address. Not sure, I'd have to look back at this function. So this is the kind of thing we're going to be doing next. But as you can see, I did have to do a little bit of modification to get it in, but not much. And it very easily created the contract, which means that you can test your smart contracts on for this for Arweave all day, and it's gonna just let you do it, so that you don't have to worry about dealing with the chain directly or dealing with their special wallet or anything like that. So you can see how easy it was to simply deploy the contract. Once we had everything set up, we had the Testweave node running, which we got down from Docker. We then put the SDK down, brought it into Node, and so we had all on Node modules, and then the TypeScript was just able to use it. If you look again, you can see it's using the SmartWeave stuff. It's using Testweave from the Testweave SDK. Obviously, the Testweave SDK is what we're going to use to interact with the Testweave blockchain, the test blockchain. SmartWeave, of course, is what we're doing for our smart contract. So we're kind of using them together in order to test our SmartWeave contracts. So hopefully this has been helpful and interesting. Step by step, we're going to build on this and start doing some more interaction. So now we've set up our dev environment. We have created a contract and put it on the test chain, and now we have to make it work. So, okay, well, thank you very much for watching, and I will speak to you next time. Take care.